Hi, hello everyone. How are you? Welcome back to my maths classes. This is your Sarke sir. Okay, my dear children. I hope you are all following my videos, and I hope that you all of you understood the concepts what I explained to you. Is it? And also in every video, at the end of the video, I am giving assignment to you, home assignment. I hope you all of you completing that assignment. And if you have any queries, please text me, and you like my videos and share with your friends. Many of you sharing with your friends and also giving compliments, and you can give suggestions also. Okay, when we come to the today's session, today we are going to learn about continuation of remainder theorem, but in different way. That means applications of remainder in another case. Okay, for example, in number system you know that 6 divides 24. Yes, so what do you call 6? 6 is a factor of 24. Okay, similarly 10 divides 200, so 10 is a factor of 200. In the same way, if you consider a polynomial p of x, if p of x is divided by g of x, let me see, if p of x is divided by g of x exactly, where p of x is the remainder, then what can you say? G of x is a factor of p of x. So what you have applied, what you have learned in number system, same you have to apply in algebra also. Okay, so here g of x is a factor of p of x. With the help of remainder theorem, we can find the factors of the given polynomial. How do you find? As for this, we can derive a statement, we can derive a theorem that is called factor theorem. So my dear children, today our topic is factor theorem. Today we are going to learn about the complete applications of factor theorem. Okay, are you ready? Right. Now see the statement of factor theorem. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1, and if a is any real number, then if p of a is equals to 0, then x minus a is a factor of p of x. Converse of it is, if x minus a is a factor, then we can say that p of a is equal to 0. So this is the statement of the factor theorem. Okay. Now let us see the simple proof of this theorem. Okay. Okay, my dear students. Now let us prove factor theorem. That is, if p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than or equal to 1, and x minus a is a divisor where a is any real number, let p of x is a quotient when we divide p of x by x minus a. So according to by remainder theorem, already stated and proved in previous session. So dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. If we divide p of x by x minus a, then the remainder is p of a according to remainder theorem. So as per that statement I have written here. Now according to our factor theorem, what is the first proposition? If p of a is equal to 0, then we have to show that x minus a is a factor. Okay. So given that p of a is equal to 0, and substitute p of a is equal to 0 in this equation, that is, therefore p of x is equal to x minus a into q of x. That means, what is the meaning of this equation? P of x can be written as product of x minus a into q of x, two polynomials. If 24 can be written as 6 into 4, so what are 6 and 4? These are the factors. Similarly, here what are x minus a and q of x? These two are the factors of p of x. Therefore, what can you say? So x minus a is a factor of p of x. Am I correct or not? So condition 1 satisfied. Is it? Now, what is second proposition? converse of it. If x minus a is a factor, then you have to prove that p of a is equal to 0. Okay, see how it is. How can we prove? See, the case 2 is, now what is our second proposition? That is, if x minus a is a factor for p of x, then p of a is equal to 0. You have to prove it. Okay. Since here since x minus a is a factor of p of x, we can write it as p of x is equals to x minus a into some polynomial q of x. For suppose, if 6 is a factor, we can write of 24. Then 24 can be 6 into something here. Something is 4. Like that. So p of x is equal to x minus a into q of x. If you substitute now here, for x is equal to a, if we consider x is equal to a, then it becomes, for some positive value of x is equal to a, p of x becomes p of a is equals to a minus a into q of a. A minus a into q of a, that is equal to 0. So what we got here? Finally, p of a is equal to 0. That means if x minus a is a factor of p of x, then p of a is equal to 0. So like this we can prove the statement of factor theorem. And what is the use of it? Without finding actual division, whether the given factor is factor or not, given linear polynomial is factor or not. Not only linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial also you can take and check. You can verify whether the given polynomial is factor of the another polynomial or not. Okay, factor of another polynomial or not. It is possible by using factor theorem. Okay, is it clear? Is it very easy or not to prove? Yes, it is very easy. So my dear students, we have derived a factor theorem now. So based on that, we have some two shortcut formulas. So we call the results of factor theorem. See, only in the case of if x minus 1 and x plus 1 are the factors of some particular polynomial, it may be quadratic polynomial or cubic polynomial, then what are the conditions? So it gives us easy way to decide whether the given numbers are factors or not. Okay, so see, let p of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus ax plus d, where a is not equal to 0, that means it is a cubic polynomial. If x minus 1 is a factor of this, so according to remainder theorem, what we will get? P of 1 is equal to 0. Am I correct? P of 1 is equal to 0. Now put the place of x1, therefore a into 1 cube plus b into 1 square plus c into 1 plus d, that is equal to 0. So what can I write finally? A plus b plus c plus d is equal to 0. So a plus b plus c plus d is equal to 0. That means what are these? A, b, c, d, real numbers, and particularly these are coefficients of the related to this polynomial. These are the coefficients. So what is the relation among these four? All are connecting by plus sign. So that means sum of the coefficients of the given polynomial is 0. So by our eyes, if we observe the sum of the coefficients of the polynomial, given polynomial is 0, we can blindly say that x minus 1 is a factor. Okay, that is sum of the coefficients of polynomial p of x. Polynomial p of x is 0 here. Sum of the coefficients of the polynomial p of x is 0. So what can you say? Then x minus 1 is a factor. Is it clear? That is if the sum if the sum of the coefficients of polynomial p of x is 0, then x minus 1 is a factor. Then x minus 1 is a factor. Okay, is it clear? So it is shortcut. Now see second result. Here x plus 1 is a factor. So according to factor theorem, what is the condition here? P of minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Put x is equal to minus 1, then it becomes a into minus 1 whole cube plus b into minus 1 whole square plus c into minus 1 plus d, that is equal to 0. Okay. Now minus 1 whole cube value how much? Minus 1 plus b into minus 1 power 2 plus 1 itself because of even power. So always we will get positive. Minus c plus d. So a into minus 1 minus a plus d minus c plus d is equals to 0. Now some coefficients are positive, some are negative. No? So negative coefficients shift other side. So what can I write here? So b plus d is equals to a plus c. Here we got this condition. Here we what type of condition we got? Here a plus b plus c plus d is equal to 0 we got. Here we got b plus d is equal to a plus c. Here what are BD? BD are the coefficients of even powers. AC are the coefficients of odd powers. So here 3 is the power, here 1 is the power. So these are the odd numbers. 2 is even number, but here no coefficient, but we can write it as into x power 0. But 0 is not even number. Okay, we can say that it is even number because it divides by 2. So b and d are the coefficients of even power terms. Even power terms. So finally what can you conclude? That is sum of the coefficients of even power terms is equals to sum of the coefficients of odd power terms. Then we can say that x plus 1 is a factor. Then x plus 1 is a factor. Is it clear? Okay. So these two are the results of factor theorem, and most important, it is a very easy way to decide whether the given factor is whether it is a given polynomial is real polynomial factor or not. That also particularly x minus 1 x plus 1 only they are given. Okay, is it clear? And we will see some examples to understand this theorem clearly. Okay, shall we check two problems here? See, those are check whether x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 6 or not. Okay. So what is the fact? What is here polynomial? Let polynomial p of x is equals to x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 6. Okay. And what is the factor here? Not factor, we have to check it. What is the divisor here? Divisor is x plus 2. Okay. Now what is the 0 of x plus 2? 0 of x plus 2 is what is, can you guess? So make x plus 2 is equal to 0 and write x alone. Then answer is minus 2 is minus 2. So I have to replace x by minus 2. Then it becomes p of minus 2 is equals to substituting this. So minus 2 whole cube plus 2 into minus 2 whole square plus 3 into minus 2 plus 6. Just substituting and replacing x by minus 2 and simplifying. What is the value of minus 2 whole cube? Minus 2 multiply itself 3 times. Then it becomes minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. Minus into minus plus into minus minus 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. Minus 8 plus 2 into minus 2 whole square. So minus 3 into minus 2 plus 4 plus 3 into minus 2 minus 6 plus 6. So minus 8, 2 4 is 8, minus 6 plus 6 gets cancelled, and minus 8 plus 8 also 0. So p of minus 2 is equal to 0. So according to factorial theorem, if p of a is equal to 0, according to factorial theorem, if p of a is equal to 0, then x minus a is a factor. Yes, x minus a is a factor. Similarly, here x minus of minus 2, that is x plus 2 is a factor. X plus 2 is a factor of p of x. Is it clear? Yes, like this. See, let us observe the second problem. Find the value of m if 2x minus 3 is a factor of 2x cube minus mx square plus x plus 12. Most important model, selected model. Okay. For all competitive exams also. So say let p of x is equals to 2x cube minus mx square plus x plus 12. Okay. Next, what is the divisor here? 2x minus 3. What is the divisor here? 2x minus 3. divisor is equals to 2x minus 3. And what is the 0 of 2x minus 3? What is 0 of 2x minus 3? Same rough work. See, 2x minus 3 is equals to, make it is equals to 0. Then find out, try to get x value. We already solved in 8th class how to find linear equation in one variable. So 2x is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3 by 2. So here, what is 0 of 2x minus 3? 3 by 2. So replace x by 3 by 2. Now put x is equal to 3 by 2. Then we get write down step you are yourself. P of replace x by 3 by 2. So P of 3 by 2 is equals to 2 into 3 by 2 whole cube minus m don't know into x square 3 by 2 whole square plus x 3 by 2 plus 12. Okay. Now 2 is equals to 3 by 2 whole cube. 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 3 by 2. 3 times you have to multiply itself. Minus 3 by 2 whole square. 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 12. Now 2 into 3 3 are 9. 9 3 are 27. By 2 2 are 4. 4 2 are 8. Minus 3 3 are 9 by 4 m plus 3 by 2 plus 12. They said that it is a factor. I forgot one thing. It is a factor. It is a factor means what is the remainder? 0. So P of 3 by 2 value is, therefore P of 3 by 2 value is 0 as per factor theorem. Since 2x minus 3 is a factor, so P of 3 by 2 value is 0. Oh, thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. Now simplify. 2 1 jar, 2 4 jar, 27 by 4 minus 9m by 4 plus 3 by 2 plus 12, that is equal to 0. Now it is an expression, it is an equation, a linear equation in one variable. See, m only one variable is around here. One variable is present here. So it is a simple equation. Yes. Now keep m term here and remaining terms bring other side. Okay. Or separate. Unknown value is one side, known value is one side. What is unknown value is minus 9m by 4 is unknown term here. So shift other side. So 27 by 4 keep aside. 3 by 2 plus 12 as this. And shift this minus 9m by 4 term to other side, that is equal to plus 9m by 4. Okay. Now see here, what are the denominator simplification of fractions? Here 4 is the denominator, 2, here 1, here also 4. So multiply both sides by 4 or take LCM. On left hand side take LCM 4. 4 divides 4 one time. Okay, 4 divides 4 one time. So multiply by 1. 2 divides 4 2 times. Multiply by 2. 1 divides 4 4 times. So multiply by 4. Okay. Now 27 into 1, 27 plus 3 2 are 6 plus 12 4 are 48. That is equals to 9m by 4. So both sides dividing by 4 now we can cancel. So what is the sum of these three terms? These three numbers, 27 plus 6 33. Yes, 33 plus 48, 33 plus 40, 78, 78 plus 33 plus 40, 73 plus 8, 81. So 81 is equals to 9m. Then m is equals to 81 by 9, 9 are 81. So m is equal to 9. So what is our answer? M is equals to 9 is the answer. So like this we can find unknown quantity of the quotient present in the given polynomial if you know the factor. So this is possible by factor theorem. So just the factor theorem is derived from remainder theorem. Both are little bit similar only. Okay, but most important for board exam as well as for competitive exams purpose. Okay, I hope you all have understood the proof of factor theorem and few examples of applications of factor theorem. Thank you. And complete the essay and complete the given assignment at the end of this video. Okay, right.